sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light had just come. We must never stop the way. Birds are chirping and I hear my name. The grass is green and so alive. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make us strive. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a whirl. Savannah, the lion's gone and come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a whirl. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah. Really quickly, I did want to mention that there will probably be a lot of cutting in this video. I'm sadly relatively scatterbrained and bad at putting together sentences, especially if it's in front of a camera with nothing going on. I'm not used to it, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Hi, my name's Raddles. You might know me as Rad. Some of you may not have ever heard me talk. Some of you may have never seen me in this avatar. I've been making content online since like 2012. So it's been like at least 13 years. And the craziest part of that journey was around 2018 when I was making VRChat content with a lot of friends. I basically wanted to make a video updating everyone about what has happened since then, because it's been a long time and I've been relatively inactive. I've had a couple arcs with my content. I, as a kid, uploaded Minecraft videos when I was a young teenager with old friends that I had. I learned how to edit. I learned how to 3D model and animate back then. I remember using Bandicam and having the watermark on the top of my screen. www.bandicam.com. And then you watch this suspicious tutorial to get rid of the watermark. I'm so glad we have OBS now. That Minecraft channel as a kid only ever got to like 100 subscribers. And, you know, I never got that many views on videos back then. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. And I had a lot of drive for it. Eventually, after a break from uploading to that, I started playing VRChat because I had a huge interest in VR. I also had a VR headset since 2013, the first Oculus Rift development kit. I've been a VR enthusiast for a very long time. I liked watching videos with it. I thought it was really cool. And once I tried it out, I thought it was even cooler. I met a lot of friends. I played on AltSpace before VRChat. I played on Rec Room. I eventually tried VRChat, and the freedom of expression was something that I found extremely attractive for this game, because you can work on and make and import basically anything that you want to into the game. And it's super awesome. You get to have a lot of personality show, not just through your voice and actions, but also through how you express yourself in your avatar, which was really important to me because I was a little shy. And when I first played VRChat, I didn't really even talk that much. So having an avatar that felt good to me was really important, and it made me want to play the game more. I uploaded a couple videos with VRChat and some other VR games. Eventually, Nag started playing the game and uploading his own content, and it was really cool. And not only was it really cool, but it also popped off. Like, people actually started seeing the game for the first time since, like, Chris Patstone came on with a clownfish asking where his son was, which, if you don't know, it was one of the first videos that kind of did really well in VRChat. Well, Nags was not only one of the first, but also one of the more consistent uploaders, and also with a consistent community. After that started, the community grew a lot, and a lot of new people started coming in. Thankfully, due to the positive nature of those videos, a lot of the community that came in from it was really nice. Nowadays, they're throwing around slurs and being like sexist or racist or something, which is like not that enjoyable in my opinion. I'm pretty sure I kind of was still doing my own thing at the time and would appear kind of randomly for the next while. I was still mostly hanging around with my old friends. Later on in the future, I did get more invested in his videos and my own. I started uploading my own perspective of Hangouts and also just hanging around that friend group a lot more. Eventually there came to be lore and all this other jazz and drama and dubious things. But a lot of lives were changed for good, so that's good. Eventually it started being titled VRChat Adventures. You may remember Landfear, Matt6, Jacoba, Ryan, Nags, and many other people. And there was like a roleplay family that was made and characters and all this other stuff to keep people coming back and kind of just play off each other easier, which was fun. But a lot of us were also had our own personal relationships and we're friends. So it was never all just content back then. I know for me specifically, like I started focusing on my own content and I went through college and gosh, yeah, I started this when I was in high school, and yeah, I went through college, and then I graduated with a bachelor's in information technology, and got a job coding, and have been out of college for like 2 years now. So it's kind of crazy to think about how much time has really passed since then. But yeah, back in 2018, we were making some VRChat content with friends, basically just hanging out and recording it, going to little roleplay things and whatnot. There was a really great community. Nowadays, VRChat is different. I don't know if you have played it or watched anything about it in the last 5 years. But the community is very different. Public worlds aren't what they used to be, and neither are private worlds. Most of my friends nowadays, if they're on, it's because they're drinking for a weekend. And it's just not the same vibe. I don't really drink that much. But yeah, there used to be a lot of drama back then. Whether it was like who's hanging out with who gets invited to parties. There's a lot of personal things. There was a lot of drama about who's a content creator and who isn't. And like why being a content creator in the game is bad. Or why hanging out with content creators is bad. And nowadays it's funny to think about because none of it really matters anymore. VRChat Adventures don't exist anymore. They're not up on YouTube. At least not the original videos on Joey's old channel. I believe he stated it was for SEO, search engine optimization, so people can find his current content more. Took them down. My videos are still up. I don't really plan to take them down, personally. I do think the thumbnails are ugly. I back then I used them as practice for digital art. I was learning. I'm quite good now, so it helped. But they look like shit. Looking back at it, but it's like a nice memory. So for any of you who used to watch the VRChat Adventures, you might remember the intro song on Nags' channel, Savannah, which was the song that I played in this video's intro. So that song is actually sung by Philly K, and we had him come on in VRChat and sing it to us live, and he was kind of a dick. Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude was kind of a dick. So that was really interesting, but that kind of ruined the song for some people, unfortunately. But it was still a cool experience, at least. Overall, when I think back about the VRChat Adventures, it was a good thing. It was a good thing. It helped a lot of people. I've heard tons of stories about like how watching the series used to help people through difficult times. And I think that was the best thing to see for me. The VRChat Adventures were something very unique, and it had a specific vibe and community with it that had a lot of positivity, helped a lot of people through difficult times. A lot of that was evident through the comments on videos, through private messages and meetings, and I am personally glad to have been able to be a part of something like that. And I will always look back fondly on that positive impact that we all had back then. So the VRChat Adventures happened. Eventually, we all stopped hanging out quite as much, except for in like more private circles. Everyone kind of split into different groups. This was where more of the drama happened around the community, and people just kind of settled into their separate friend groups. It is interesting to bask in the feelings of what it used to be, because it always feels better in the moment. But back then, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the time I was pretty sad. And I think I'm a lot happier now than I used to be, which is great because that shows progress. For me, I've made a lot of personal changes. I've made a lot of changes with my friend groups and how I prioritize my time and attention, which has been a lifesaver. But these are all things that you just like kind of learn over time as you grow older, I guess. I don't really talk to any of them. I'll shoot Jacoba a DM every so often. That's about it. Sometimes it's hard to remember that that all actually happened and that those are real memories, because I'm not gonna lie, I had some trauma and I feel like I spent some of my time kind of running away and dissociating from it and not really feeling like it was something that happened. I kind of moved on and moved forward and didn't look back. And I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to realize that maybe I was running away from things and it wasn't really on purpose. The rot in the VRChat community has never went away and has gotten worse, but it was never not there either. I joined the game as a kid, and I don't think that people should be joining the game as a kid. I don't think it's a kid-friendly game, personally. I think a 13 plus rating is ridiculous, but that's where we are. Oh my god, my chair is so squeaky. Brother. Alright. Where were we? Sorry. But eventually, I started getting into like Minecraft speedrunning. Actually, the reason that I got into that was because Nags was planning to host a speedrun charity stream. And I was like, okay, sure, I'll participate. Because I was extremely involved in his community at the time. And I was like, okay, yeah, let me pick up a speed game. I'll participate. Let me see if I could find something to try out. And I've played Minecraft since I was a kid. So I was like, okay, Minecraft. People speedrun Minecraft. So I got into it. I looked into how to speedrun the game, and I was doing set seed. So if you know what that is, it's basically you run the same world every time, but you try to do it faster. And I got like 11 main category world records for that over time. So I became a really good speedrunner at the game. It's still years ago. People are way better than me now. Don't get me wrong. But back then I was pretty good. It was also just really fun. And I met new friends. I was invited to a Discord called House Builder Gang, which is now one of my main friend groups. And we'll hang out, we'll go to events together. If we go to TwitchCon every year, and they always have a B&B, and I'm welcome to hang out. And it's always been great. They've always been extremely mature and just like a wonderful friend group to be with. Also, a lot of them are like just really impressive and like cool people, and I look up to a lot of them. But Minecraft isn't really my gig. It's not my... I don't like making videos on Minecraft. I like speedrunning the game. It's fun to play competitively. So I want to kind of shift myself away from Minecraft content, which has been one of the few things that have been on my channel for the last couple years. And that hasn't really been on purpose or anything. I'm planning to shift my content towards variety and VTubing. So from now on, that's what you can expect here. That's what you can expect elsewhere from me. I want to tell you that I've had a wonderful time. I think that even if none of this works out, I'm very proud of what I have done, because I never thought I would ever make it where I am now. The absolute random chance that I was given, and in my opinion, it's dumb luck with like a little bit of effort mixed in. But I'm going to be giving it a little more effort. And hopefully I get some more dumb luck, because that would be pretty cool. So yeah, I'm planning to focus on VTubing content and variety games. I have a new VTuber model. I have another one that's in the works. I do a lot of my own art and rigging as well. Just like my old avatars, I'm an artist. I'm a 3D modeler. I do animations. I do video editing. I do music. I do music production. I do a lot of things. I just like, I can't get enough. I cannot get enough of like life. Like there's so many things that you can do, and you just have to look up like a YouTube tutorial, and then you can start doing it. It's insane. Like I'll see like this guy's juggling. He's juggling balls in his mouth. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool. I want to try that. And then I learn how to juggle. Like shit. But I still learn how to juggle. And it's really fun. So I think I'm just always going to be like that. I'm always just going to like find a thing, get really into it, and then get kind of obsessed for a bit. So I don't want to be stuck with one thing if I can help it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. I want to do things again and have some fun times and share them with you guys, because it's something that I enjoy more than anything. I've always been someone who enjoys performance, whether it's a talent show or karaoke or juggling or doing a Rubik's Cube or making videos and trying to be funny. Someone that I looked up to a lot told me that I wasn't cut out for content creation and that I shouldn't do it, and that I should give up. But this year, I'm going to prove them wrong. So if you want to help with that, just watch my videos. Just hang out. Just turn on that bell. Whatever. Join my Discord. Follow me on Twitter. I'm going to be doing a lot more. A lot more than I have been. A lot more than I used to. A lot more than I ever have. I am planning to do a lot.